Hey everyone, Budget Biker 7 here. Today I'm going to be doing a 50 subscriber bike tour. The funny thing is, I actually hit 60 subscribers before making this video. So technically this is a 60 subscriber bike tour, but 50 subscribers sounds nicer. So that's what I'm going to go with. So this is my 2021 Giant Stance 29. I bought this in June of 2020 and I've been riding it since the very start of the channel. In fact, I got my first GoPro pretty soon after I got this bike. So this is basically the only bike you've ever seen on my channel. And I'll show you around a bit of the parts and stuff that I've gotten for it. So first of all, obviously new bikes don't come with pedals. So I got some Race Face Chesters. They're decent pedals, plenty of grip. I've had these on since the very beginning and they're still holding strong. The pins have plenty of grip on them. No play whatsoever or anything. So great pedals if you're looking for pedals. Next up, moving around to the other side, this bike came with a SRAM SX drivetrain stock. Most of the parts that came originally are still on the bike. Crank arms, the cassette, chainring. What is annoying, however, is that I messed up my rear derailleur, the SRAM SX rear derailleur that came on the bike. So I opted to upgrade to an NX. And that's been working great. While we're over here, I'll actually tell you a bit of a story. I'll probably have some pictures on screen. I actually snapped my frame right near this flex point. Giant's flex point system where there's no joint right here or linkage. Yeah, my bike snapped there, so I had to get that replaced. Luckily, Giant had that in stock, so I only had to wait a couple weeks to get my bike back. It wasn't all that long. One thing that is really annoying about this bike, and that I will never be able to fix, is this stupid quick release. There's basically 0 hubs on the market, and the ones that do support it are very, very expensive, or at least the ones that I'm looking at. Over here we have the RockShox Monarch R. I believe the rear is 120 travel if I'm not mistaken. Moving up to the front, we have the stock handlebars. I believe these are 800 mil. Now on these bars, I opted to replace the grips for some P&W Loams. I ran the stock Giant grips, and these actually work just fine. I actually use them on some other bikes that I have laying around, but I just prefer the lock-ons for their simplicity and they just stay on so much better. While we're here, we'll talk about the brakes and the shifting and stuff. On the rear, I actually have the stock Shimano 4-pot brake. And then on the front, I actually have a SRAM Guide R. So I'm running a bit of a mismatched setup, mostly because I can't be bothered to replace the rear brake. The rear brake has internal routing, which makes it really hard to replace. And I totally would if I had a bleed kit and I had the time, but it's just not worth it for me. Moving down to the front suspension, this is the RockShox Recon RL with 130 millimeters of travel, the stock fork that came on the bike, stock length and everything. One thing I have found is this fork has a little bit of bushing play. I thought it was my headset, but it turned out to just be my forks. That is really annoying because it does rattle a little bit when going over rough stuff and jumps and stuff. Moving down even lower, we have the SRAM Guide R with a 200 millimeter rotor. I decided to go with metal pads. Back, similar story, except like I said, I have the Shimano rear caliper on here. This one has, I believe, semi-metallic or metallic pads on it. And then I put a 200 millimeter Shimano rotor on the back as well. Moving on to rims and tires, this came with some stock Giant rims, so they're Giant branded. I think it's their own company. And then tires, we have the Maxxis Forecasters. Had to check there. Yeah, these have been great. Bashed these rims and so far they're pretty straight. And the tires, I've had these on since stock, so I haven't ever replaced the tires. All I've done is rotated them since they are the exact same model. Finally, a bit of personalization. We have the Send It sticker on the left, obviously. The Budget Biker 7 sticker, you've seen that in my videos. You should go subscribe, by the way. And the GoPro sticker. Down here we have the Poison Spider Bicycles mudguard from Moab. And that's about it for my bike. So that's pretty much all the parts I have on it. Thanks again for 50/60 subscribers. It's still ridiculous to me that 50 people, 60 people actually care about my videos. I know I've been posting a lot of Minecraft videos, which I'm sure those who are coming for this type of content really don't care about, but that's another one of my little hobbies. So I hope you don't mind that very much, and I'll probably delete them at some point when I get embarrassed of them. So thank you all so much for subscribing and watching, and if you haven't already, like, subscribe, share. Thanks again, and I will see you later. Bye.